Hi everyone, good afternoon. So we have started with a series of sessions called as compliance and awareness sessions for all startups and MSMEs that have iDEX projects. And so for today's session, Lieutenant Colonel Raju Srivastav is going to be uh, chairing the session. He's from DGQA. So let's all wait for some time. As soon as he joins, we'll start with the session. And also,
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. I am Colonel Kamlesh Devsakia
good
from
afternoon.
Pune. And Raju Srivastava, Karan Srivastava, instead of Karan Srivastava, I will be there to take this session on behalf of CQE.
Okay, okay. So please, sir, go ahead. You may introduce yourself, and let's start with the session. First, we'll have the presentation or the talk by our guest, and then once the session is completed, then we'll have a Q&A. Thank you. So please, you may go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Colonel Kamlesh Devsakia. I am participating from CQE equipment, which is based in Pune. So we are part of DGQA, and especially we are the controller for engineering equipment. So I will just share my few slides. I have few slides for from our side. I will just try to share that. Someone can confirm if you can see these slides.
No, sir.
Okay, I'm getting the message. I can't share the content unless the host uh, make you a presenter. So can I request if we can be made the presenter?
So
So
just, I'll get it done. Just give me a minute. Sir, can you please check now?
Yeah. So is that the presentation visible now?
क्लास पण घेत नाही की तू आता बसत नाही त्याला हवाय तयार करून मोठ्या लाईन्स बसतात ना.
So is the presentation visible now? Can someone confirm, please?
तुला सांगितलं कंप्लीट केले ना मला.
Yes, sir, it's visible, and few of the participants' mic is on. Can you switch off, please?
Fine. I will just. So good afternoon once again. I am Colonel Kamlesh Devsakia. As I said, we are from Controllate of Quality Assurance Engineering Equipment. and we are based in Pune, and we are conducting this session on behalf of headquartered DGQA engineering equipment. So with me, my team is also here for any doubts after that if you have any clarifications are required. What I understand is this session is for the MSMEs and startups who are participating in the iDEX project. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
As CQA engineering equipment, we are responsible for quality assurance of engineering defense stores, which are procured by DPSU private sector units and also to export. So even the iDEX projects, we are now involved right from the concept stage to the realization of the project. Next. So just to brief, the category of engineering equipments, what we deal is we have divided into three main categories. That is the mobility, counter mobility, and the sustenance. This I am briefing so that the participants can understand that CQA is dealing with what type of equipment. So if any iDEX project is pertaining to this type of this category, they can of course contact us for any further details. Okay, next. Are the slides visible?
Yes,
Can I
sir.
continue, please?
Yes, they are visible.
Yes.
Okay. So now, what is this three categories? So the mobility, if we consider, these are the present equipments which we are holding for breaching. So breaching of minefields which are there. Then there is some gaps. So there are various bridging equipments, watercrafts which are used for patrolling the water areas. Then there are the tracks which are used for the areas where there is marshy land and the traffic has to be moved in the times. So these are the what all is the mobility part of the category, and we are dealing with all these equipments as of now. And iDEX again, if there is any problem statement which are concerning to this type of the projects, we are the CQA will be the responsible HSP for that. Next. Now, in case of counter mobility, when we talk about the second category, it is like earlier was facilitating our tools for movement. Now it is for creating the hurdles for the different the other part. So mine link equipment will be there. There will be mine marking. Then there will be field obstacles, wire fixed items, etc. And the third category is the sustenance, where the type of the equipments which we deal with are the shelter, then the water supply equipments, the compressors, HVAC, that is the heating, ventilation, air conditioning equipments, gensets, the workshop equipments, EM plant, that is the excavators, JCB sort of things, lifting jacks, cranes, APU engine, the masks, and latest addition is even the drone engines which are there, which will be dealt by our establishment. Next. Now, since this section is going for iDEX, I am sure most of the participants would be aware of this various stages in iDEX. I will just quickly go through it. So this iDEX thing is covered in chapter 3, section 2, innovation. And if any of the participants go to the iDEX.gov.in, there will be this problem statements available there by various agencies of the service headquarters. And all these projects will be subsequently processed through Indian IDDM, that is indigenously designed and developed and made. So the essential service sector forwards the project definition statement, that is a PDS we call it, and the product requirement units document, and a copy of it. You will be having a MOU with the service headquarters that will be available with us for our inputs. So that is the first phase where we get involved. Secondly, development of prototypes. Again, this will be once the MOU is done, the vendors would be developing the prototype under iDEX and based on the PDF and the PRUs. And there will be one project facilitation team and the nodal officers who would be assessing the prototypes. And even in this case, we will but we don't get into the QA aspects at this moment. It will be more of a association so that we get to understand the prototype, that is the developmental phase in a bit more, so that subsequently when the project is developed and we go for QA, we can properly guide the vendors for the further QA of the equipment. So once the project PFT or the nodal officer assesses the prototype and successfully it has been developed, which we call it as user trial readiness review, the PRU will be converted into service qualitative requirements and subsequent finalizations of the SQR by the service administrators. Next stage will be event stage, the commercial RFP, and subsequent to that field evaluation trials where DGQA gets involved in complete evaluation right from the raw material stage, drawings of the equipment, and to the final compliance to the SQR requirements. So upon successful activity, then the staff evaluation CNC is done and the award is confirmed. I'm sure all of you must have gone through this process. I just wanted to involve. Now coming to the QA agency, as I said, we get involved right from the design phase. Once the MOU is done, the HSP is allocated, and then we get involved right from the design phase. However, our main this thing starts from once the award has been given, the contract has been awarded. So this is just one of the examples which we have, not an example also, just what all things could be required as a testing requirements. So once the prototype is developed and the design finished, so the manufacturing and the contract awarded. So we get involved into the raw, like if we see, any manufacturing will start from the raw material, or it will be some items will be brought out items from some other agency, or it will be a commercially off the shelf items like the the nut bolts or some things which are readily available in the market. So what would be the testing requirements for this? If it's a raw material, it will be having some mechanical or chemical compositions with that. So the testing requirement that what we desire is that the firm who is developing get that raw material checked for the mechanical and chemical properties with any of the government labs or the NABL accredited labs. And what it would be submit, what we would be accepting is the SDOC, that is the declaration, suppliers declaration of conformity. So there is a specific format anyone wants, and there is a SOP on that also. So on that, along with this SDOC, we just want that whatever test reports have been conducted and form, it would be attached with this raw material test reports. So we'll be just previewing that. We'll not go and do the test, but we expect that the firms do the raw material test and check for the mechanical and chemical compositions, and then submit it along with the SDOC. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, fine. Coming to bought out items, these are the items which the firm for which the contract has been awarded, take it from some other firm. So again, the testing requirement would dimensional measurements of whatever strength depending upon the item which is there. And what we again expect is that the firm should have done the checking, and we would review the test certificate or the test report which are submitted to us and assess that. So we will ourselves again not do the testing, but we expect the proof of the items being tested from the sub vendor by the firm. The costs again they will be subject to some BIS or whatever standards which are available. So again, the standard for which available, that testing certificate are expected in this case also. Now, once all these raw material bought out spots are available, the next stage would be suppose any specialized process is there, like welding process. Again, here we would expect that the welding process parameters and the qualifications of the vendors are well defined, and they are assessed by the manufacturer. So this all documentation would be done. Documentation review would be done by a QA agency in this case. especially for the painting, if you say, it's again an example. The process may be different for different type of the equipment which is awarded to them. So the painting would be again as per some standard would be there. Now coming to QA of the, so once all these things, then painting, the welding process is suppose used for assembly of the raw materials and some assembly or sub-assembly stages there. Again, at this stage, there will be an acceptance test procedure which is mutually agreed between the QA agency and the vendor. So we will be deciding that what all tests are required at the sub-assembly stages. So once these components and the sub-assemblies are identified and tested, then the final integration would be done. And at the integration stage, again, there will be ATP. What ATP is an acceptance test procedure, which is mutually agreed between the QA agency, that is DGQA rep, and the vendor. So this will be done again based on that ATP. Here would be there will be some parameters which would be tested by the QA agency themselves, and if again the testing is available in any government approved lab or any bill approved lab, it would be desired that the testing would be done by the vendor, and we will just review it. But if suppose there are some parameters like slope, gradient, or whatever we want to do, which are not available in any government agency, then that may be done in presence of the QA agency, and we will facilitate. Now coming on to the current list of iDEX projects which are being led by CP Pune. So I'm sure this may have been seen as a project defined, that is problem statements by the all those who will be trying to engage for this to acquire this project. I will just read through the project. First is the rapid foldable infantry assault bridge. This is at a last stage, that is almost the trials have been done, and presently CNC is being done. Amphibious crawling robot, robot is presently at a PDO of the PRU stage. So you can say user trial readiness review is being undertaken. AI-based UGV. So coming to like amphibious crawling robot. So if we take this project and we want to understand what are the QA requirements. So here, since it's an amphibious, it will be water-based, so there will be requirement of some standard like IP 68 or 69. Then there's a robotic, so there will be some software involved. So software quality assurance will be also required in this project. Now coming to AI-based UGV, so that is for identifying and marking mines in minefield. So again, it's AI-based, it's a software, so software quality assurance would be required. For which our CQAL is a different department. And marking of minefield, it will be more of a like blast resistance. Some standard orders would be there. Then if you see again, electronics will be there, since robotic and some sensors will be there. So electronics JSS Penta 5 is a standard build standard which is available. So all these standards are specified depending upon the specific project. There will be different standards which will be communicated to the vendor at the time of the interactions. Then next project is advanced services. This is again awarded, MOUs done, and at validation process as of now. Integrated mobile camouflage systems for tanks. This is again presently under one of the firms had been tried. This is again one project which is at UTTR level. Then you have unmanned surface of the unmanned water vehicle. This was again tried, but one of the firm was not compliant. Then for the requirements, multi-mission micro tactical unmanned ground vehicle SWAN. So this is one of the projects which is presently under development, under consideration. And temperature controlled garages for armored fighting vehicles. So this is one of the projects. These 8 projects are presently there with CQA engineering equipment and at various stages. So anyone of are already having the MOU, they can have any doubts, they can have a word with government. Finally, these are our details, the contact, the email. I will request anyone who wants to connect with us. I have given the profile of the equipments which CQA engineering equipment Pune is presently dealing with. And if any of the iDEX project, of course, the our HSP would be mapped, right? And the firm will be knowing which HSP is dealing with the project. But any one of you want to have a pre before they want to go for the MOU and want to understand the profile of and the equipment falls in the profile of the equipment which we have specified. I will request they are free to connect with us at the email and the contact, and we'll be more than happy to help them. That's all from our side, sir. Thank you. Any queries, I will request, I'll be try to answer at the best of our. So I'll stop sharing now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for presenting. So I'd request all the startups and the participants to please go ahead with your queries.
So I'm Sachin from Total MES. You are the MSME. I hope I am audible.
Yeah, Sachin.
Yeah, I just want to check. So these lists that you have mentioned, are they still available for participation, or these are already concluded? That
there are a few projects which are, if you, as I said, if you are interested in one of the projects, you can let us know. Like rapid foldable infantry is already awarded and it's moving at a various advanced test which is also moving at a different, it's already under trial evaluation. But there are some projects like amphibious falling robot, AI-based UGV for identifying and marking mine in minefield. We, as a CQE, haven't got interaction with any of the firms as of now. So I believe that these projects are under consideration with the service headquarters. And if anyone interested can contact the what I can say, I can help from the QA perspective, but for the MOU perspective, this service headquarters may be approached for these projects. Other than, I think, rapid foldable infantry bridge and advanced test bridge, we don't have presently, and yes, last 3-4 like unmanned temperature control garages. There are avenues, it has already been, MOU is already under consideration, but other projects maybe the feedback may be taken from service headquarters. That is the core of engineers.
I mean, if we can write to you and you can give us some insight from where we can check, I hope it will be possible for you to help us out with that.
Do that, and we will be able to help you. But I will suggest, in case you are interested in specific project, they are available on iDEX platform. And
unfortunately, iDEX site is not working for some time now, so we are not able to refer this also.
Sir, it is. I'm sorry to interrupt, but Colonel Sachin, it is working presently. If you can visit idex.gov.in. So
okay, I'll check. Because last time when I checked about a week back, things were under this thing.
And most of these projects, what I have clustered are mainly with the core of engineers. So can approach them. Otherwise, we are ready to help you. You can just drop an email to us. We will further help.
Done. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sir, this is Nagaraj from Arpuz Advanced Systems. Hello?
Yes, Nagaraj, please.
Sir, we are doing LED lighting, like improved lighting management systems for BMP2 tanks. Okay.
Order.
Improved lighting management systems for BMP2 tanks.
Okay.
It's the interior and exterior lighting. We are converting incandescent light into LED lighting.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, we are working with Ordnance Factory MADAC.
Okay.
So they have given a QAP document for, we are in the milestone 4. They have shared that QAP document. They asked the test requirements as per Russian standard. The document, the document says, are there Russian standards? The product has to be validated, but the customer needs JS Penta 5.
Okay.
Okay, sir, we have observed there is a deviations between Russian standard and JS Penta 5.
Mm-hmm.
The customer end, they worked the last 3 months to resolve this, to fix this. What are the test conditions we have to use as per JS Penta 5 or Russian standard? there is a difference. So how we have to conclude, sir? We are struggle in that stage.
I believe there is one rep of secure ICT also in the meeting. I think next session, Anil Kumar he has been earmarked. So I think that would be right officer to, because he's in MEDAC only and dealing with these projects. So that would be right place to discuss that, this specific query. Or you can, I will give you can connect with CQA ICB in this, which is co-located with Ordnance Factory MEDAC.
Okay, sir. And one more point. So far, we are in the milestone 4. So far, any DGQA not involved in this project. So at what stage usually the DGQA will be involved?
This is a problem that which we are somehow we miss getting involved right from the design stage. So I will request, since you are dealing with Ordnance Factory MEDAC, you can visit in MEDAC, there is ICB co-located with Ordnance Factory. I will request if you can associate with, you can just connect with someone from CQ ICB, explain the project, and they will be, I think, more than happy to get involved at this stage. So once the project is developed and this prototype is successful, I think it will be more easier for you to for the QA requirements which will be coming at subsequent stage. So I will request if you can get associated with CQ ICB at present stage.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone? Any other
Hello.
queries?
Sir, this is Shahnawaz from Blackstone Tactical. Basically, I have two queries. First is like, is there any platform to go for this to demonstrate our product under this suo motu proposal? Second, do we need some kind of approval from DGQA, or do we need to show our product to them first and then go to Army? Like how the thing works?
Sorry, I could not get what I understand. It was not. So what I understand is you have your own product and not in the iDEX. So you are developing some product. That's what I understand.
No, sir, it's separate from iDEX. It is separate
It
from
is a
iDEX.
project from iDEX.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with iDEX. We have designed one of our own product, and
So yeah, it has nothing to do with iDEX. You have designed your own product. So I believe in if you go through chapter 3 innovation, there is one para where is it mentions that para 68 section 2. Innovative industry can also forward suo motu proposals for innovation to SHP of iDEX DIO. So if you have any proposal, you can straight away forward to iDEX DIO is suo motu proposals, and I believe they will be assessing the project, and if required, they will be assigning one of the HSPs or the control rates for the QA purpose of that.
Thank you, sir.
Concerning when it comes to
This
suo
matter
motu,
is covered in section 2 of the innovation DAP.
Sure. Okay, thank you.
So a heads up for everyone. So iDEX website is live. So if any startup has any suo motu proposal, if they want to apply, they may visit our website and they can go to the challenges section. Over there, you'll find open challenges. So it is open throughout the year. So you may go ahead and put in your suo motu proposals over there and select the services. So when it comes to Air Force, Army or Navy, so we will forward it to the respective services once the due diligence is done. Thank you.
So usually how much time it will take to get a communication back from the concerned authority? Because we have already applied, we haven't got any information yet.
Sir, it depends on like a lot of factors. So when a startup applies, so let's say if it's challenge A, so it's checked across all the services, whether it exists. So let's say if you have applied for a drone challenge, it may be possible that some other startup is already doing that. So we don't usually give funds to similar challenges. So there are this is one of the examples that I quoted. So likewise, there are several other factors. One of the other factors is the requirement of the services. Let's say if you submit a proposal and if Army has no requirement for it, or Army already has an alternative solution to it. So they may not go ahead with your proposal. So likewise, there are.
No, sir, we have, sorry to interrupt, but I mean, we have designed one artificial intelligence based scope. I mean, it will give you a cue to the firer.
Sir,
Now, the thing is that
sir, I
the-
completely understand. So, sir, let's keep this query session only for queries pertaining to DGQA. So, if
Okay,
it's
sure.
any other any queries pertaining to your open challenge applications, you may write to us in email or you may contact us.
Sure.
Thank you.
So good afternoon, sir. This is Shivan speaking from iDEX Acumen Limited, Pune.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yes, sir. We are already awardee of iDEX challenge for Navy. In due course, Similac TAA certification is envisaged by the user services. In that case, there are a couple of questions that are there. One is there any design agency registration required to be put up with DGQA? Second is under testing for test evaluation, we have certain in-house testing facilities.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. Altair, is your query pertaining to Similac certification?
No, this is pertaining to the DGQA coverage.
DGAQA, so we will be having the DGAQA session in the I think 17th of this month. So probably it will be the right platform to put up that query. If it's only queries pertaining to what today was taken up by CQA EE, so let's put our queries as per that topic what has been taken today.
Okay, thank you.
Any more queries?
Any other queries, anyone?
Yes, sir. This is Kalayanan from iDEX Technology. Hello. Yes, sir. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, please.
Yes, sir. In raw material inspection, you are mentioning that test requirement. NABL or government lab test is required. It is supplier COC is enough, or we need to do the test in lab?
No, what we expect is the vendor does the testing himself in any of the NABL accredited government lab, because whatever raw material procurement will be having some properties, chemical which are defined. So as a vendor, you would definitely be assessing those raw material tests on sampling basis and as per the batch what you are procuring. So you'll be having the test report from your say supplier, that is also acceptable, but that traceability is required, that you have procured and this reports are pertaining to this particular batch which we use for the manufacture of this product. So that traceability and test report on whatever you are doing can be from any NABL accredited lab or a government test lab, or it can be from the manufacturer's lab. If it is not NABL accredited, it would be under the presence of DGQA rep, if you want to invite him and show that. So what DGQA is interested in just the test reports and not we will not be doing the testing ourselves. So the test reports would be required from any of the authorized testing labs.
Okay.
For the raw materials. At this sub-assembly integration level, of course, DGQA will get involved in for the validation and the complete compliance of the QRs, whatever been specified in the problem statements or subsequent to the QRs.
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir. This is Karthik Prakash. Sir, I have a query regarding the software certification.
Regarding?
software. How do you certify the software?
I'm not able to get, sorry.
How do we certify the software?
Software, okay. So for software quality assurance, we have you can just put CQA Electronics is there in Bangalore. AW, the CQA Electronics and AW. So that they are in DGQA dealing with the software quality assurance. So they'll be able to guide you much better.
Okay.
CQA.
Can I get the concerned person number or mail ID through iDEX?
Yeah, you can, if you want, we have given our email ID, you can just send the query. We will give you the exact number and the contact for software testing.
Okay, thanks.
And I believe there is one rep of CQL also in today's section later on. Am I right, sir?
Actually, today's second session is has been postponed for 10th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
today
I believe
have only one
there
session.
were CQA electronics also.
Yeah. So today we'll have only one session.
Okay, fine.
Sir, one question regarding the bought out items from foreign vendors. Is there any quality coverage required other than the COC and the other than the COC, life in details and the tech specs if it's provided?
So the bottom items are basically you are getting it from some vendor, and so that testing, whatever is required for that item, if it's a item requires some testing, again, we will not do it. It is required that you specify that some bottom item has to comply to this standard, whatever standard would be there. And the compliance to that standard has been tested by the vendor from which it has been supplied, or you can do it as a sampling basis and submit as a test report. And we call it supplier declaration of conformity as a document. So any bought item, it can be supplied, it can be report can be submitted under SDOC. It is supplier declaration of conformity is a proper format for that, in which the item, the bought items has been it has to comply to a particular standard, and that standard, the test has been confirmed, and it is conforming to that standard. That specification along with the test report needs to be submitted. That should be sufficient for DGQ.
Sir, a follow-up question on that. So in cases of having the test reports, many a times vendors don't give the complete test report. However, a compliance matrix to the specific standard is available. Will that suffice the requirement?
It would be on case-to-case basis. So once it is being considered, I think the HSP, which is dealing with the project, can take a call. I'm sure many of such cases come to us, and we find the way out how to move ahead. Because these problems are there when the test reports are not received from the sub-vendor. So on case-to-case basis, one of the solution is that the manufacturer himself does the test for that water item and ensure the compliance. Or otherwise, if that compliance metric is available, the same can be submitted. And if it suffices the requirement, I think that should be okay.
Thank you,
but
sir.
it will be on a case-to-case basis.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Anyone, any other queries? Any more queries? If no, then probably we can wind up our today's session. So I'll thank you, the rep from CQAE Pune. Also, since I mentioned in the beginning that we'll be having a series of sessions, so we are going to have a session tomorrow as well at 10 o'clock. A rep from DRDO will be coming, and at 3 o'clock, same time tomorrow, another rep from DGQA will be coming. So just stay connected to our social media handles. We'll be sharing all the details there. Further. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Joel sir, hello.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, is there any session planned in the upcoming in few hours in the same day today?
No, today no. Today's second meeting has been postponed for 10th.
Okay. And the detailed schedule
Will be
we can be able to
details
get
will
it
be
from iDEX.
posted on our social media handles.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good.